bill that already passed second reading in the House of Representatives, and also a bill that's causing a whole lot of reaction, especially as it concerns Nigerians. And I'm talking about the private institution and public health sector bill that is in the House of Representatives in Nigeria. Many Nigerians are already supporting the bill, saying that the bill will definitely turn things around, especially at this time when there seems to be no confidence in our public office holders and great mistrust between Nigerians and our public office holders. While some are in agreement for that bill, others are also against the bill, saying it will definitely affect the human rights and indeed against the Constitution, considering that certain Nigerians will be deprived the right to choose which private institution, or be it educational or healthcare sector, that they need to attend. But whichever side of the divide you seem to be, I want to welcome you to another lovely edition of Critical Lens. My name is Mike Egobadia. You do know on Critical Lens, we tend to critically look at all issues, especially as it concerns social, political, and economic issues confronting the nation. I will always enjoy looking at it and looking at all angles. But apart from looking at the angles that seems to be, we also would always enjoy to look for solutions, especially as it concerns this problem. And on Critical Lens today, it will be no different. Now, talking about no different, you also would know that on Critical Lens, we tend to invite a guest, could be 1, 2, or 3, or could join anyone anywhere in the world for us to just really talk about major issues that seems to be on the front burner in the country. And like I said, today will be no different. On that note, I really want to say welcome once again. And just like I said in my introduction, on Critical Lens today, we shall be looking at that very bill that's passed second reading in the House of Representatives. Many will say the Green Chambers that seem to bar. And we're talking about public office holders and civil servants and their immediate family from patronizing. We're talking about private health, educational institutions and also healthcare center. Well, that's what we'll be looking today critically on Critical Lens. And like I also said in my introduction, it is only right that we introduce our guest that will also be helping us look at this critically and also see how we can deal with the issues. And to join us today on Critical Lens, we have no other person. He's an academician and also a public analyst and someone that feels that, well, he needs to add his voice to this very proposed bill that's on the floor of the House of Representatives. And I'm talking of no other person but Mr. Gideon Oguns. Mr. Gideon Oguns, welcome to Critical Lens on Atlantic TV.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, my lovely viewers.
Well, anyway, it's a bill that is already at a critical stage in the House of Representatives, and a bill that was brought forward by no other than Mr. Godwin Oga, representing Abia. And in that very bill, many Nigerians are a bit curious about this bill because they really want to wonder how that can really materialize, looking at it, barring public office holders from actually assessing private institutions, both be it educational or also the public health sector. So my curiosity still remains because I'm a bit curious also to get your reaction to that very proposed bill. And will it really achieve what's intended to achieve? Because what he feels it will do is that it will bar public office holders and civil servants and their immediate family from assessing private institutions and also private healthcare facilities. So I'm a bit curious. What do you feel about this very bill?
Okay, Mike, they are very, I don't want this to sound as if it's a punishment to public servants or civil servants. Okay. No. There are good, just like any other thing, there are good and bad.
Yeah.
So permit me to say the good element of this bill. This is a nation where the president is desirous of Nigeria first.
Okay.
So if we are going to pursue Nigeria first, whether it's our schools, our health, then those we have put in charge,
yes,
saddled with the execution of the public confidence, the public till, we give them money to execute programs. They should be the first. After all, the taste of the pundi is in the eating.
Most certainly.
So if we have a minister of education, a minister of finance, and so on and so forth, a minister of health, and budgetary allocations are given to these people, then let them go and use those facilities. And let's be able to know whether that is what the best it should be. That's on the good side.
Okay.
The second thing is it saves us the eroding of our commonwealth.
Okay.
When we run paying ESTA codes, paying USD, dollar to go to India, to some of these places, it will stop that health or education tourism.
Okay.
And so save the foreign exchange. Number 3, it will help our local institutions if they actually come to the place where they can treat the president in Nigeria. Yeah. They can treat the Senate president in Nigeria. Yeah. They can treat the governor and all that in Nigeria. It means that Nigeria will come to of age where others, I mean sister African countries, third world nations, they will come to Nigeria to do the same thing.
Patronize our...
And like Oga said on the floor, it's painful that our beloved leader went outside this nation and returned in body bags.
Well, then, we'll come to that because I'm a bit curious on that.
Okay.
Just like I said, my curiosity. I want us to also look at what the legislator said. Okay. Because you picked out one part that I'm a bit interested in us really looking at. And I'm looking at the part of how well it will really help strengthen our different health sectors. Yeah. And we're talking about public health sectors. And the reason I'm asking this because according to the legislator, he said he intends this to, in every way, achieve the purpose of developing our private health sector, both be it educational and otherwise, and also deal with the issues of having a brain drain being dealt with. So my question is, do you really see this helping out, strengthening out our health sector? Now, the reason I'm asking is, I could still remember in 2024, we budgeted about 1.336 trillion in helping to deal with the healthcare sector. But I also, on the records that we do have, we know that about 1.6 trillion was spent on foreign educational, healthcare, tourism within the same period of 2024. So you see, there's this difference in it. Do you see this be really helping to strengthen our public health facilities and also our educational sector?
Okay, so like I was saying, let me give you a flat answer. Yes. It can.
It can.
But the bill can't stand alone. It can. Yes. So how can the bill stand? That's what I was trying to say.
Yes.
Now, if the government, particularly the legislators, I want to call a spade now, they have the task of oversighting these particular projects that this chunk of monies are being developed or used for. Now, what do you think happens there? Are we getting value for money? If the answer is no, how can we know if we don't use it? So I think if this ban could work, if it could, because it's still too early to say it will work. Okay. Even if it passed the third reading, there still need to be a concurrence at the Senate.
At the region.
And I'm beginning to suspect that it wouldn't. Okay. And that's why we'll go to the disadvantage of the bill.
Okay.
You mentioned brain drain. What is driving brain drain in Nigeria? Number one is the economic factor. Doctors, teachers, whatever, they feel that the emolument is not good enough. And so if you meet somewhere that the emoluments are better, definitely you will go. We have seen different kind of forms. In the last administration, they were trying to say that nurses and doctors should not travel out. No, you can't place a ban on people because economic drive is not the same. You can work for 30,000 naira. So there are people who can work for less. There are people who will tell you at 30,000, I'm not going to work. So it is their right. That's why I feel that the ban, it may not stop brain drain because it's economic. The second reason driving brain drain in Nigeria is infrastructure.
Okay.
Now, do we budget money for infrastructure? Yes. But do we deliver the infrastructure? Most times the answer is no. Okay. I don't want to guess. You could go around our health institutions. The buildings may look outside very beautiful, but where are the machines? Yeah. Where are the tablets? Okay. Where are the thermometers? Where are the appliances with which they will work? And medical science today have to do a lot with diagnostics facilities yeah. which are lacking. So if you want to really do this, and that's why I said you can't stand alone. If this legislator will yeah. insist on let us enhance facilities with this view in mind that once our standard comes to a point, then we can put an outright ban. Then it will make sense. The presidency, for example, came out to say, if I want to travel, I don't want 50 people again. I only want 5. So things can be addressed as they come. But lifting a ban where there are no infrastructure, where the appliances are not there, where the skilled labor have already jackpot, no now.
Okay, well, anyway, in case you're still joining us, we're looking at a major one today on Critical Lens, and we're looking at that very proposed bill that's already on the House of Representatives to bar our public office holders and civil servants and their immediate family from accessing private institutions. We're talking about educational institutions and also that of our healthcare. And would that bill definitely scale through, or will it go or see? Will it not see the light of the day, or really go as others before it have gone? Well, it's a big question that we're looking at today on Critical Lens. Let me come back to you. You talked about our loss of our former president, Muhammadu Buhari. Yes, we know we lost him on the 13th day of July, funny enough, this very month, and in a hospital in London. And many will look that as a way of us really assessing how far we've tried, especially as it concerns investment in those two critical sectors. Now, number one, we also do know in 2015, when President Muhammadu Buhari took over the helms of affairs of this country, about 286.61 billion was budgeted for the health sector. And also, in his very last year as president of this great nation, it rose to about 1.17 trillion naira that was budgeted for the health care sector. But also, ironically, about 29.29 billion naira was also spent within this 8 years period on medical tourism by Nigerians itself, close to about $1 billion United States dollars. So my question is, whether this bill comes to be or it does not come to be, would it stop prominent Nigerians, public office holders, civil servants from really traveling abroad to access medical health care sector? Tourism. Would it never change will it change the narrative? Are we not just looking for what seems not to be there and something that will never be?
Is there a right sense in trying to bring out this bill? Yes.
But will it change the narrative?
The truth is, if the right things are done, it's a very good bill. But if it is the eyes have it they want to do, it will die just the way others have died. I've just told you. This bill can't stand alone. If you don't want me to go to a private institution,
yes,
right? What do the public institution have? What have we done to make sure they can deliver what the private institutions are delivering? It is the deliverable that makes you go somewhere. If you feel that where you are going, you will not get value for your money, will you go? And if the reason you are not going to get value for the money is because either the equipment is not there, the personnel is not there, the security is not there, the access to the road, to the facility is faulty, will you go? The answer is no. So that's why I keep saying the bill can't stand alone.
Okay, Mr. Gideon, whether we have it or not, the question still remains, will it stop these public office holders from still traveling abroad?
Mike, if we have these things, yes, if we have them,
do you see them?
It will stop.
Because we have this foreign. We have this foreign.
I disagree with you.
We have this law for
Mike, this is where I will not agree with you. the truth is this. Do you know that? Okay, let me put it on the jocular side.
Okay.
There are Nigerians who have traveled from this nation,
Yes.
gotten to other nations, and the persons treating them are Nigerians.
Funny enough, that's how it is.
I know, for example, without wanting to call name,
Yes.
persons who are medical, even in the medical field, they are in the UK, and people live here and go there. So what we lack that make people go there is not our color, it's not the knowledge, it is the infrastructure, it is the equipment.
So you see this bill stopping prominent Nigerians from going abroad.
When, as you are proposing this bill, you are doing it well enough so that those things that are lacking are not provided.
Okay.
Let's go to education, so that it does not look as if it's only health.
Holy health. Yeah.
Look at how our federal government secondary schools are now. Will you send your child? There was a time in this nation when you hear Queen's College,
Yes.
King's College.
King's College.
They were the cream of secondary education.
Yes.
Are those infrastructures still so? We have HGC here. You just take a stroll there. The problem is not the intent. The problem is the working tools. And we don't have them. So if you want quality, and it's not just the human being that can provide the quality,
yes,
it needs some equipment. If this equipment will not be provided, then the bill is of no use. But if they will, then the bill can motivate people.
Okay, now, Mr. Gideon Oguns, I want us to leave that other part of, well, the beautiful side of the bill, if, like you said,
yes,
if it will fall through.
Yes.
And what it's proposing for the amenities and the monies that will be channeled will be really useful. And let's look at another angle, because many Nigerians also feel that introducing this bill is more like infringing on the fundamental human rights of these selected individuals. And in all honesty, if you look at the Constitution, I want Nigerians to really understand this. If you look at Chapter 2, Section 18 of the Nigerian Constitution 99 as amended, it gives every Nigerian the right to access education wherever they choose to. And if you look at Article 16 of Chapter 2, it also emphasizes the right to seek for physical and mental health well-being of every Nigerian anywhere you can find it. So my question, would this proposed bill not be infringing on the right of this selected Nigerian?
Beautiful. The answer is an affirmative yes.
So it will be infringing on
it will be infringing.
And it will be running foul of the Constitution.
Wait, no. It's not running foul yet. It will be infringing. But it's just like a police arresting me. At the moment I am arrested, my freedom is mitigated.
It's gagged.
It's gagged.
Okay.
Now, why would they gag it? There should be a reason. And if they have reasonable reason to detain me, I will be detained. Now, government is spending so much money on medical and educational tourism.
Yeah.
The reason
You're talking about those in government, not government itself.
Those in who is government and those in government?
Well, I know, because the way you said it, let's try and understand
the public servants,
that is not a government
the public servants,
for us to spend our
the public servants,
okay,
and the civil servants who are having their finger on the till, on the treasury of Nigeria,
yes,
are taking advantage of having money to want to access health everywhere. You know that is an issue. So this bill is trying to actually bring in some reasonableness into our lifestyle. Why waste our scarce foreign exchange on what is available here? I began by telling you that this government came with a mad track, or buy Nigeria, or what is the way they put it now? Now, if we are going to think Nigeria, and Nigeria must grow, then some of our rights and freedom
would be infringed.
Will have to be infringed on.
Okay, well, Mr. Gideon Ogun, because of time, because we're really running out of time, and for those Nigerians that might just be joining us now, like I said, we're looking at the proposed bill to bar public office holders and civil servants and their immediate family from accessing private institution, educational institution, and healthcare facilities. And that bill, like I said in my introduction, has already scaled through second reading in the Green Chambers of the House of Representatives. And like I said, because of time, I want a quick and honest answer from you. Would this bill not also sound to be retrogressive in every way? Because why I'm asking this, retrogressive in the way of improving our public or rather private health and educational facilities. Like we do know, a Nigerian university is the 21st in Africa, and I'm talking about Covenant University, and it's 800 out of 1,000 best universities in the world. We've done so much in trying to build up our private educational and healthcare facilities over the years with beautiful policies that are geared into increasing more private hands into these institutions. So my question, will it not be a bit retrogressive in every way, knowing that government, there's no need of government being in business. Government have never done well in business. The only thing that any reasonable government has or needs to do is to create the enabling environment for the private sector to thrive. So if this bill is now being brought forward, we are quite certain that many Nigerians will not be able to access these private institutions and will in every way affect the growth of this institution. So are we not going to be retrogressive?
I beg to disagree. I beg to disagree. The fact is, you just referenced Covenant University.
Yes.
That is a private institution in Nigeria.
Good.
Where are the IFEs of Nigeria? Where are the UIs of Nigeria? Where is the University of Lagos or Unilag, whichever? Where are they? Where is Delta State University? Where are they? Now, in every clime, there are two classes of citizens. The first one are the bourgeois.
Yes.
The second one are the commoners. And the commoners are the primary concern of government. Now, if where the commoners can get education, get access to health, are in dilapidated conditions, and that is now giving reason for the people who should repair it to go abroad, then it will be good that such people be told not to go abroad. Let us develop it.
Okay, well, anyway, if that's your stand on that, many Nigerians will agree, and also some will definitely disagree. But on a final note, do you really see this bill really scaling through? Because the reason I'm asking this, I could still remember in the night assembly, there was a bill put forward that Nigerian medical doctors should practice for 5 years before they'll be given or granted license. And honestly, that bill as it stands have died a natural death. And not just only that, in 2019, there was also a bill put forward to bar public office holders and their children for traveling overseas. And funny enough, it was also put out in this same House of Representatives that this very bill is now being pushed forward for. Now, my question,
it will not see the light of day
at the end of it.
The reason it will not see the light of day is the public and civil servants, who are the major culprits in the lack of infrastructural development in these public spaces, know exactly what is there. And so they are not likely to patronize such places. So if our orientation as public and civil servants have not changed, so let us develop those places, then there is no way they will not use every means possible to sabotage it. Ability or it will be sabotage.
Of them not really
it will not go anywhere. I can tell you that the Senate will not run a concurrent because no senator want to attend Central Hospital Warri. No senator.
But you also said if they put it in place, they might really patronize.
Of course. That's why I keep saying it can't stand alone. If we start by enforcing that what should be in Central Hospital Warri is there, and people are actually testifying that the thing is, well, then they will. But for now, when the budget was made, it was on paper. But physically, it's not in Central Hospital. Why will they go? And they know. Don't forget that they are the one who oversights this particular responsibility. It's not just the executive.
So on critical lens, you feel this bill will not see the light?
It did.
Well, anyway, that's his view. And we really want to thank you so much, Mr. Gideon Oguns, for really spending that time with us. And I'm talking of no other person but a public analyst and also an educationalist and an academician in high repute. I really want to thank you for your time with us. Thank you so much, Mr. Gideon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, anyway, that's how more like a wrap on our critical lens today. Like I said, we're looking at that very bill that's already in the House of Representatives. Like I said, it passed second reading to see if you bar public office holders and civil servants and their immediate family from accessing private institutions, be it educational or healthcare facilities. Well, just like we always would ask on Critical Lens, please drop your points and your view. Will this definitely bill, or rather, will this bill definitely see the light of the day, or it will go just like our guest in the House said, it will never see the light of the day? Well, all of your reactions, we'll love to get them. And you do know you can send them straight to our social media handles that are already there on your screen. Let's get your view as it concerns this. But anyway, like I said, it's another lovely wrap on Critical Lens. Let's see how we'll do this same time next week on Atlantic TV. I still remain Michael Gobadia. Bye for now.